Gosh, I don't like debates with people who know they are wrong. Have you ever been in a debate with somebody who just know they were dead wrong and they have a lot of excuses for no reason? Yeah, well, leave them people alone. Let them to think that they are great, okay? This is why when they sit back and watch the things that's happening in their life, they blame it on everyone else and everything else instead of what they did and what they are doing, okay? Please understand when you do wrong and live wrong, wrong shit happens to you, okay? So stop blaming people for your fuck ups, okay? Thank you, Creator, for coming through like you always do. I wanted to tap in and see what's the tea on this Thursday, okay? Yes, let's see what's the tea in the collective energy, okay? We have some karmic friends and some child protective services being called, okay? Kids at risk of being taken or is about to be, reporting something or some type of neglect, okay? And this could be coming from a karmic friend, somebody you can't fully trust, okay? Do you hear me? A karmic friend. Keep in mind, okay? This same friend had got with that they knew that you were about to call protective services, right? And because you didn't call them, they took it upon themselves to call anonymously, okay? To make it seem like it was you. Spirit always come through. Thank you, Spirit, for coming through like you always do. I kind of got a picture in my head of who could have did something like that. You know what I'm saying? This is how discerned I am. You know, this is how strong I am in my abilities and things like that. Thank you, Spirit, for coming through like you always do. So you got this karmic friend that has called Child Protective Services on you, okay? Thank you, Spirit, for coming through. Yeah, so be mindful of who you keep around. But because this person has done that to you, they will receive bad karma. Their money will be gone. Okay? So go ahead and do what you do to people, talk how you talk, you know, you trying to make it rain, trying to get that money, but you have bad karma on you. So anything that you're doing with money will flush down the toilet for you. Thank you, Spirit, for coming through like you always do. Family issues. We always having family issues in the collective where you got mom and dad so focused on each other that they're not paying attention to the children. So you got two people or parents that's hating on each other, and y'all hating on each other so much that it's causing bitterness between you guys, and that bitterness has affect your child, okay? The child that's sitting in the middle of y'all that said, I didn't ask for neither one of y'all. I didn't ask to be here. Okay, no, this child did not. So watch how you do your baby mother or baby father, because your bitterness towards them is because they don't want you. Period. And because they don't want you, you should feel better to know at least they being honest with you to say, hey, I'm done with you and I don't want you. Okay, so that's not the time for you to turn your back on your children. It's actually the time for you to learn how to co-parent with your baby mama or your baby daddy so you guys can still be better people for the one in the middle. You understand? Because this is who you affect. When you are not in this child's life, when you're not present in this child's life, when you don't call this child, when you don't check on this child, nor when you don't feed or do anything for this child because of the two parents, the bitterness that they have towards each other, the hatred that they have towards each other, well, it's rubbing off on your son and your daughters. Thank you, Spirit, for coming through like you always do. You know, parents that don't reach out to their kids, that don't do nothing for their kids, nothing gets done for you. Period. Thank you, Spirit, for coming through like you always do. You need to travel. You need to get up and go away, okay? And you see somebody is with this person. So don't do it alone. Do it with either your child or your friends or family, somebody you could get away with, but you need to get out. You need to go travel. You need to go do some things. Thank you, Spirit, for coming through like you always do, because somebody has, robbed you and made you very emotional. They could have stole, they could have robbed you. It's like a loss, a physical or emotional loss here involving your children. So you feel like you've been robbed of certain things. And if you feel like you have been robbed of certain things from your child life, it is up to you, the one who has been robbed, to go get justice. It is up to you, the one who has been robbed, to go make it right. It is you, the one has been robbed, that need to stand up here for your child, for your children. Thank you, Spirit, for coming through like you always do. I feel a lot of people putting blames and pointing fingers and things like that. You were the player from the Himalaya, remember? You wanted to dog out your baby mommy or dog out your baby daddy, you know? You did that because you was a player. Player. You don't never know how to stop. You don't know how to stop playing. When you have children, life gets serious. Do you understand? But you forgot to get serious. You wanted to play. So life turned around and played your ass, didn't it? Thank you, Spirit, for coming through like you always do. Because you thought you was a boss daddy. You thought you was the CEO of this shit, didn't you? You thought you was doing something when you wasn't doing nothing but playing. Playing a bunch of women. Dogging out their hearts. Breaking your children's heart. Because they knew that you was cheating on your mommy, or they knew your mommy was cheating on your daddy. So either way, it's your fault. So you have to be the one to fix it. It's not your child's fault. It's your fault. Thank you, Spirit, for coming through like you always do. People need to hold themselves accountable. You know, this is why you are rejected. The Most High Divine Creator has rejected you from your children. Not your baby mama, not your baby daddy. It's because you have to learn a lesson in this situation. And it looks like you have not learned anything. Because if you learned anything, you will have remorse and you wouldn't say the dumb shit that come out of your mouth when it comes to your children. Thank you so much, Divine Creator, for what you have given us and shown us. You are the truth. You know, your big lips, your big mouth is what got you put in where you are now, away from them. It's your big mouth chasing clout, trying to hustle, chasing this and chasing that, instead of chasing your children, chasing the love of them, instilling your love in them and things like that. No, you wanted to chase them and play with them and things like that. You got people out here talking about how mothers are single and how we damage our children. And these are coming from deadbeat fathers. Oh, we're single and damage our children, but what do you think the absent parent does? Yeah, that's what you need to think about. Thank you, Spirit, for coming through like you always do. You know what I mean? The absent parent, you ain't shit. Because if you was shit, you'll try a lot harder to get your children, okay? Thank you, Spirit, for coming through like you always do. These deadbeat fathers say a single mother will never know their struggle when it comes to the courts and things like that. You got me fucked up because I was one of them mothers who had to fight for 11 whole years to get children back. And do you understand? For 11 whole years, I fought like hell and fire. Do you understand? And guess what? For 10 plus years, they have been with me. So please understand that single mothers also go through court bullshit over bitter men who are mad because we up and decided to leave them because they were cheating and dogging us out left and right. So when we up and left, he became a whole bitch, didn't he? And tried to keep your children away from you. But what did it do? It backfired and bit him in the ass in the long run, okay? So to all the single fathers who like to give up on their children because the courts won't let you do this, they mamas won't let you do this and do that, those are a bunch of excuses. You're a sorry motherfucker. Do you understand? You're sorry and you're full of excuses and you're full of blame instead of taking accountability for your own actions. This is why you fall under the category of ain't shit. Because you're so distracted about your baby mom new relationship. You're so distracted over her new relationship. This is what's causing a problem between you and your kids. You're not focused on your kids. Y'all are focused on what y'all ex are doing instead of focusing on what the children need and want today. So because you got a problem with your ex, now you got a problem with your own child. How stupid and dumb are you? Thank you for my spirit team for coming through with that. Listen, how stupid and dumb are you with your low IQ? Yeah, think better, do better, and be better when it comes to your children. You understand? I wasn't even looking for this type of reading. I was looking for a collective reading. But obviously, this was in the reading, in the collective, and somebody needed to know that. You deadbeat parents, do better. Stop making excuses on why you can't call your children, on why you can't feed your children, on why you can't see your children. Do better, or the Most High Divine Creator will make you. Namaste. Happy Thursday.